All
Thank you
right,
for
welcome
joining our
everybody.
podcast number 8.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining today's session. It will be really interesting. We have some interesting discussions and a lot of different announcements on the line, and we also want to do a bigger Q&A today. So stick around. I believe we're also giving away prizes, so get ready for that as well. I think we had a lot of interested members. I think around more than 100. So I want to see everybody here today, really. Because obviously everybody's welcome. I mean, we want to, give everybody a chance to ask questions and to see like whatever you guys have in store. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna start with an announcement. We hit 40,000 last week. We're over 40,000 actually right now, which is really amazing. So thank you for being such an amazing community. It is really good to have you on board, and we can't wait to drop the project and see what how great of a project that is going to be and how great of a community we're going to build even further. So we're really excited to have you on board.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that we have two BAYC members joining us today from Germany. So welcome here, guys. You can maybe introduce yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I'm very happy to be here today. So my name is Michael. I was minting two apes at the beginning when the Board Ape Yacht Club was starting. Was trading a lot of apes, and now I still own three, some mutants, and I also want to get some kennels because I was selling all of mine. And yeah, so I'm very happy to be here and to answer your questions today.
Welcome here, Michael. And we have also Florian. I believe you are from the same city or country.
Yeah, even the same city. We just met in a bike BAYC meeting here in Frankfurt. So BAYC is all around the globe, and your project probably will be soon when you have already 40,000 members. Yeah, I'm a fine artist. Studied fine art here in Frankfurt, Germany, and so I'm learning a lot about community building and also about the connection between old arts world and new art world. So this is my place.
That's really awesome to hear. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, we do have a collab that we've discussed previously. It's sort of still a secret for now until we drop and everything just goes more expanded. But we do have a collab with you guys, right? So
I think we'll share a little bit more details maybe on today's podcast as well, and then in the next I would say like 1 to 3 days we're going to put an official announcement out, so everyone in the community can know what's going on.
what we want to do today as well. We had some members, sort of complaining last time because they couldn't be added to the stage, and they wanted to ask questions. So we've decided today that we're going to give everybody a voice. But due to technical difficulties, we can't really add everybody at once to the stage. So if you have a question, just please raise your hand, and we'll add you as we go on, and then you can just sort of wait, for your turn to ask questions. But we definitely want to give chance to everybody, to be able to share their questions and opinions and stuff like that. So we do want to hear everybody's voice, and to meet everybody and stuff. So yeah, that's a very important thing I wanted to note. So please keep your hand raised if possible, or if it doesn't, I'm not sure if it works all the time. So if you raise your hand and it drops, then just do it again, and you'll be added eventually. So yeah. Also, I want to mention Whitelist. Whitelist is pretty much full. Like it's getting full, and it's we have a very limited amount of people that can get whitelisted. So you have to be really active and stuff. I'm not sure if Grace wants to specify what else you need to do to get whitelisted, but we're trying to, whoever's coming here early and who's interacting, we're trying to give them the whitelist spot. Grace, I don't know if you wanted to add something.
I can, yeah, I can hear you. So last week we were discussing that our whitelist. We've been thinking if we are going to add any more whitelist spots for you guys because there was really big demand for that, and we added certain amount, but it's getting really full. So right now, basically, we have NFT partners where if you own BAYC, MAYC, the crypto cyberbulls and other projects that you can find in our get whitelisted section, you can get still whitelisted. There are like Doodles, Dogepound, Cool Cats, Lazy Lions. So if you have one of these, you can just verify in collab join channel, and you will get whitelisted all. And we still have this offer, or like whitelisted requirement. And when you invite 10 new members to our Discord and you get to level 5, you can still get whitelist. But this is going to change or probably close soon because we really reached big amount of whitelisted people, and we want to make sure that everyone who is whitelisted gets a chance to mint, and that there is enough Cybernites for you guys, for everyone who is pretty much in our whitelist and is our early supporter. So that's for the whitelist. Right now, we'll send all information and new things about the whitelist in our announcements. So just stay tuned, and you will know all the details first.
I see most of the members that were interested in the announcement today are joining, which is really great. I love to see the growth of community, and it's really amazing. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I really like that. The community grows, and we are doing new partnerships with other projects. Like we have here from Michael, NFT Live, Diamond Hands. You can maybe tell us a little bit about your project, Michael, and how we came up with the cooperation there.
Yes, of course. So thank you again. We started off with as free BYC members and decided that we want to also create an NFT project. And with that project, this is about also having an utility with your NFT. What means people which are buying those NFTs will have a digital clockwork. That means the NFTs, they show you the local time wherever you are in the world, and that's pretty cool. And if you have a closer look on the designs and the quality, you can see a lot of shadow effects. So we put a lot of effort in it, and due to the cooperation we are planning with Cybernites, I can tell you so far this will be something pretty cool. And you should also check out the project. You can join Discord especially for those people which are new in the NFT world and which maybe do not know exactly how to properly set up a Metamask wallet or how to connect a hardware wallet to your Metamask account. Then just join the Discord, because we will announce today the next 4 weeks academy plan. There will be 2 weekly sessions which we do on Discord, so people can just join and they can learn, they can ask questions. So we show how to properly set up Metamask, we show how to connect the Ledger wallet. We are talking about scams, we're talking about NFT flipping, so you can decide on the training plan, which date fits for you, which topic is interesting, and then you can just join.
Yeah, this is really useful, I think, because whoever is new to the NFT sphere, even for me when I started, I didn't know like how to create my first wallet, how to connect it, what should I do, what I shouldn't do. So this is really good, and we've discussed with the team that you can either join this academy plan, or we are going to be hosting one session on our channel as well, where we'll just briefly explain how to set up your wallet and how to be cautious about scams and how to properly trade NFTs and be secure, I would say. So we're going to announce that as well.
Yeah, I wanted to say the same thing, that actually it is very helpful for anybody who's even like starting off or who wants to know more. These are the great opportunities for you guys to join and explore, the ways to trade and, how to avoid scams and stuff like that, which is really great. I believe, it's like one of the greatest things, and it's free, so feel free to join. And yeah. All right, we have over 100 members, which is a big thing for us. So yay, amazing. I wanna start a discussion about something. So I came across some news, about Elon Musk, Neuralink, and Metaverse and stuff like that. And I was thinking, Elon Musk just successfully implemented, those chips, which is called Neuralink, into the monkey's brain, and they were able to control that monkey and that chip to play a video game through the brain, and that was really interesting. And also, like, regarding the metaverse, if you want to join like the metaverse, like as a full experience, you need like the one of those Oculus virtual reality sets. And I was thinking, like the thing with Neuralink and metaverse, being expanded and created every single day, and how they discovered the possibilities of everything. I feel like Neuralink joining with metaverse projects and the virtual reality would be like something out of the sci-fi movie, which is really really interesting, and it could really enhance the experience of metaverse. I'm not sure how many people really get that idea or get how big of a thing that will be in a few years time, but I heard that Neuralink is already doing like clinical trials, and they'll start doing human trials as well, which is crazy to me, honestly. Like everything that evolves around technology, and with the NFTs being one of the biggest parts in the metaverse, it's just all like really moving forward. What do you think, guys? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think this is something that's going to change how we live right now completely. What we've been talking with Dominic, we done this recently, is also the lands that you can buy in the metaverse right now, and how it's evolving. Maybe you can tell a little bit about that, Dominic. Because it's really really interesting.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's good discussion that we've had about that. Hi, guys. Hello, everyone. I see, as David mentioned, we have a huge audience today. It's nice to see that everyone is growing. I think one of the things that I wanted to mention, we discussed with Chris, was about the land that you can acquire. We know that NFTs are generally right now perceived to be an art, which is usually described as a picture or any kind of symbol that you can have. But in metaverse, the whole metaverse universe, if you say it like that, is going to be made out of NFTs, and all the land there is to be acquired. And right now it is for sale, whether you can buy it on Sandbox, which is like essentially a game with a map, or you can buy it in a 3D world in a platform called Decentraland, which has a short for mana, and you can actually pay with mana there. So I really like their project, and I feel like the land there is going to be really, really big opportunity for people who are holding long term. It's going to be very similar to actually holding a physical property, land or house.
Yeah,
Like we were talking about this topic in the Twitter Spaces later on with a couple of folks, and this idea of owning a land in the metaverse, it's like really amazing. And I think every single one of you guys who are sitting here and listening to this podcast, you should get a land ASAP, because this is going to be huge. It's like you can really own a property, as Donda said. To also remind that all of you guys who have traded over 3 ETH on the OpenSea, you could jump on to the luxrare.org, and you can claim free Lux token, which is now at $3. I have traded like 7 ETH on OpenSea, and I got 200 Lux token. So total value of 600 or completely free.
Yeah, this is really good. I think we spoke about it with Michael, right? This new platform that was just basically released yesterday. Can you hear us, Michael? You could maybe tell us a little bit more about
Yes, yes, of course. I think Florian, you also do you already also claimed your Lux token? So Yeah, so looksrare.org is a platform, a competitor to OpenSea. And for those people who were trading, as Sammy was telling you guys, which were trading more than 3 ETH last year between June and December, are able to claim Lux token. And you can just go on the website, you can connect your Metamask wallet and check it out. But be sure to be on the right website, looksrare.org, not a scam website, and then you can check it out. And yeah, if you are able to claim something, then you can get your tokens, and then you can directly swap those Lux token into Ethereum, for example. So I was trading a lot of NFTs last year. That's why I got a nice amount of Lux. And maybe Florian, maybe you can also add something to that.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, to be an ape is just, or to hold an NFT is like membership. You have access to community. So if you say you're making a cooperation with us, this is not in particular me, but the Bored Ape official community. So, as you said, Michael, the tokens that are recently airdropped to for some projects, also SOS token, ENS domain token, and everybody can make their own research. This is general advice. DYOR, I think, do your own research, which is really crucial to the NFT and DeFi space. It is good to have people like Michael and you guys here in the podcast that you can rely to, who are trustworthy, to find out if something is legit or might be a scam, might be dangerous for you. Because if you connect your wallet to a website that you don't know, there is a chance that people can just steal your NFTs or tokens. So just be aware of that. But I usually do it like when people like Michael tell me, I just ask somebody else also, and then I just jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, that's the same thing I do. Of course, I was getting that information about the Lux Rare website tomorrow at 12. And they started the project at 10 a.m. CET. And the token was directly at $5. And then it went down to like $2.5, up to 3.2 again. And I think now we are at around 2.7. And I was also doing my research first because I don't want to trust everything. And that's what you also shouldn't do. Always do a research, check out, are there other people minting something there? Are they claiming? So you can have a look on Etherscan on the contract address there. And you can see, okay, is this legit? And always also on Lux.rare, I was connecting my wallet, but after I claimed it, I was directly disconnecting my wallet. So even there, I know this is a legit website, but that's how I'm doing it. I'm also always disconnecting my wallet again. And then, of course, I have a second wallet, and this is what I also recommend you guys. A second wallet where you hold your valuable NFTs. So, like, I'm having my apes, my mutants there. Of course, I have a hardware wallet connected with that. So, if somebody would come into or could hack my account, he wouldn't be able to send my NFTs away because he still would need the hardware wallet, a ledger or a Trezor. And this is why I really recommend to use something like that as soon as you have value on your wallet.
I can ask, because I don't know if you know, but this happened exactly to me when I was starting with NFTs. I mentioned this in one of our previous podcasts. I had my NFTs there, and there was a website, or it was like a bot on the Discord that was requesting me to, put my password. And when I put my password, it told me okay, this is not correct password. You have to reset it with your secret phrase. And I was just doing something else. I think I was calling with someone, and I haven't realized that at all. And I just copied it, pasted it there, and then nothing happened. And I was looking oh, this doesn't look good at all. I was searching this website online, could this be a scam? And it was quite a big website. So people are saying no, it shouldn't be a scam, but you shouldn't be sharing your secret phrase, never. And then I came to my office 2 hours later, and I could see that there were transactions coming to my account for Ethereum, but not much, $100, $200. I didn't like understand like why would somebody be sending Ethereums to my wallet, and then I've seen that they were just sending this for gas fees, and then they sold everything, like not everything, but they sold like over 50% of what I had there. So what you're saying is really good to not keep all your valuable NFTs in your like primary wallet and have it somehow secured with this treasure. Maybe you can tell a little bit more about that, Michael. How does it work?
Yes, of course. So with a hardware wallet, this is something like an USB stick. You have to connect it via cable onto your notebook or computer, and then every time you want to do a transaction, you are asked to confirm this transaction on your Ledger wallet. That means you need to type in your PIN, and then you need to confirm a transaction on the USB stick. So if someone doesn't have this USB stick, then he's not able to send away the NFTs. This works exactly the same like in the crypto area. And how to connect those things is something we will show you in the academy. We can also do a session here on this Discord together. And also, it already starts with the creation of, with the creation of your Metamask account. So I was doing this with Florian in Frankfurt here. We were telling newbies on how to set up the MetaMask wallet properly. There were people making pictures of their seed phrase because they are too lazy to write it down offline. So if you did a picture, I really recommend you delete the MetaMask account and create a new one. The other thing is, even there are people copying the seed phrase onto a Word file and then printing it out. But what happens if you get rich with NFTs within the next years and there's value on it, and then you have printed the seed phrase out, and if there is someone luckily getting access to your printer, reading out the cache, then he would have a seed phrase, and that's exactly what he needs to get access to your wallet. And this is why my recommendation is always write it down offline and make a copy of your offline paper, put it into a bank account or somewhere if you have something there, and then don't use it online. Make no pictures of it. Then I would say you're safe. Maybe Florian, you have more tips, but that's how we are acting with seed phrases.
I've heard that some people were literally digging a hole in their garden and were hiding their seed phrase there. So, that's an option. So.
I just feel like it could be something they could really implement something further as a cybersecurity. I mean, with all the NFTs, it's still fairly new. But if you take, for instance, the development of the apps for crypto, you have like a 3D secure ways of logging in. So I just feel like they could implement something further as far as cybersecurity. But what you said, Michael, about the key, I remember Chris had something like that for the crypto trading. So he would store his Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in the key, and then to make a transaction, he would have to, put it in the computer and make a transaction.
Yeah, I think I had Ledger, or something like that. But it was 2017, and then I put some Litecoin on it, and then like I put it in my drawer, and 1 year later I took it out, and I
and you forgot your password.
Well, something happened to it. I don't know. It got broken literally. So you have to be careful that you stick with a good brand.
Yeah. But even if your ledger will get broken, you are able. So you also have a seed phrase there. This is there are 24 words, and you have to put it elsewhere so that nobody has access to it, and then you can also buy a new ledger and get still access to it. But also here a tip for all of you: never buy a ledger wallet or something else on Amazon. Just buy it directly on their website, because there were also cases where these ledger wallets were compromised from Amazon, coming from Amazon, that someone already bought it and then sold it again, and that's also not that safe. This is why you should always buy such a ledger directly from the main website of the company.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
that's very
so
good.
many
That's a
there's
good
so
point.
many websites, and uh, it's really hard to like monitor everything that's going on in the either internet or NFTs or anything. Because I see every day, like obviously because I'm interested in NFTs, and you know how you got the monitoring of the advertising. So like if I scroll through Instagram, I see a lot of NFT adverts, but there's so many. Not even like I wouldn't say they advertise the projects, but new platforms for the NFT. So I've seen something like for the members of holding an NFT. Um, that they've created a platform where you can put your Metamask wallet and show off your NFTs as similar to like if you're trying to flex, that you have a new watch on Instagram. That's what you do on that platform. And I think Snoop Dogg was like number one in there, just because he holds so many good NFTs and stuff. But I'm always curious, like everything that new comes up, especially like with the platforms or apps. It's really hard to tell like whether, oh, should I connect my wallet, or should I show whatever I have like in the NFTs, or is it too dangerous? So I just feel like, in even in like Discord communities, you'll be able to see that people share their thoughts, on whatever websites they're discussing, and then at least it's gonna help you, knowing a little bit more about whether it's safe or not. It's to opposing, like the people's experiences. So, yeah, I feel like it's a very interesting topic, especially like the frauds and scams. Every time something new comes out, there are people out there who already know more than you, even like if it dropped the day before, as you said, Michael, that that website. It's like people already know about this stuff the second it hits the floor.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think we can give a word to our guests. We can now probably choose like let's say three guests to that they can answer, or they can ask a question, and we can discuss it here together.
Yeah, let's
So
do
Dave,
that.
maybe you can start.
I'm gonna try to add people and see whether they pop out. Obviously, because of the technical stuff that we have going on stage, we don't want the whole stage to drop. That's why we're gonna add, one by one, and see if people join. I'm just trying to add some people. Okay, we have Forrest Gump. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hi. Is it like a ask me anything question?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can ask
You
any-
you can ask anything, and we'll try to answer as best as we can. So you can shoot the questions right away.
Okay, may I know like how do you research on land, like land NFT? Because I heard that you say land NFT is going to explode in the future.
So with the land, yeah. Do you, Florian, want to go ahead and explain that?
Yeah, because there needs some clarification. Right now, the meta is a term that has been there for quite a while, and metaverse right now is a very fractionalized thing. There are many platforms, as they are self-buying platforms. There are also different metaverse platforms. So decentralized sandbox are them. Crypto voxels is other one. Crypto voxels, for example, looks a bit a bit blocky, but the upside is that you can use it on your. So whatever land you decide to buy, just get a clarification about their plan, how this is. Some of them, most of them are good to invest early. Land to think, a gallery or a store. Of course, you can also speculate with these. I recommend to think about what your strategy. If you buy land to build something, rather use just one parcel or two parcels, central land, and then start from there. But you can make your research. There are many metaverses up. different platforms, kind of thing. Never FOMO, fear of missing out. Well, this is
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you're cutting off a little bit, but I I feel like pretty much everybody got what you said. Do
So
you?
maybe
Yeah.
I can also add talking about a project. So Florian was already explaining Decentraland, Forest Gump. I also believe that Decentraland has a nice future upcoming, and
I would crypto voxels definitely, because
yes,
you can
yeah.
use it on your smartphone.
And crypto voxels. And I was also thinking about buying a land yesterday on Decentraland after I got my Lux token. But yeah, then I was heading to that land and I thought, okay, one land, 4.5 ETH, the cheapest one. And yeah, this land is so small. So I'm already pretty late with Decentraland, but I'm happy to have bought Sandbox early already. And I believe that both projects, that they will happen a lot in future because Samsung was opening up their headquarter last week in Decentraland. That was pretty nice. I attended that event there, and yeah, there are so many other companies joining Decentraland in future. That's why my personal opinion is that Decentraland will move onwards, and yeah, I still think about buying a land there, but maybe just one.
So
Maybe you
just
can afford it.
yeah. So just to clarify that, is buying a land in metaverse, well, it's is it the same as, buying in the NFTs where you have all these separate projects in the metaverse? So is it
Yeah.
like every land is a separate project that there is?
Every land is like an NFT,
Yeah.
and in this you can just pack like on a land, you can pack any project, display any project.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, first come does
So
that.
you're the land, yeah, you're the landowner, and you can also rent that land to other people, which maybe want to use your land to make a gallery there or to open up a shop, for example, right? And yeah, then you can get your land back. So like in real life.
And so when purchasing the land, does how are you measuring the size of the land? Is it like the actual size, like of, like, let's say, meters in the metaverse that there is, or is it like
Yes, it's. I think it's in Decentraland. I guess it's 55 feet, multiple 55 feet or so. Not that big, but each and every land has the same size. But then, of course, there are locations near the street. Of course, if you're buying a land completely at the end of the map, then this is a little bit cheaper. But yeah, so it depends on which locations you are. If you have a land directly next to Samsung, for example, then you can guess that a lot of people will also walk on your land. So then this becomes a lot of more expensive.
all right, sounds interesting. So that basically means you can also run out of land in metaverse, or let's say
Definitely. I mean,
that's crazy.
have you guys heard of Second Life? This is basically first net was. If NFTs would have been big at that time, I think Second Life would have been amazing.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting. Let me ask Forrest Gump. Does that answer your question that you had?
Oh yeah, definitely. Wow, but the Samsung land is just so laggy. I feel like it's overloading when there's a refer when they first came out. So like
That's right. But you can have a look on YouTube how to set up your Decentraland settings to get better performance there, and then you can yeah, have a smoother experience. But yeah, so when BayYC was opening up the BayYC casino, there were like 2,000 people in this casino at the same time, and it was lagging a lot. So I think these are things they have to work on. But yeah, you can also work on your settings and just check out some to set up your settings properly.
All right, awesome. All right,
no,
Forrest Gump.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for joining our stage. We have another person here, Alverse. Hi.
Hey guys, thank you so much for allowing me to speak. First of all, I just want to congratulate you guys for you guys building this community, and I think the art looks amazing. I think I have just a few
Thank you.
questions, just an NFT investor. And I think my first question would be, uh, what about the art itself? Are we gonna, as a holders, are we gonna hold 100% the rights of our NFT? So we can license and do anything with our NFTs. And my next question will be, during the mint or after the mint, what's your plan for sweeping the floor as we seeing many more NFT projects? There is a lot of paper hands. So I just wanted to know a little bit more about your, action plan about sweeping the floor. So yeah, I just want to get a little bit more of an insight about this.
Right. Chris, as a CEO of the project, I feel like he would be good to answer this question.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for asking this question. It's really good. So the first thing that you asked was whether you will have full rights to your NFT. So I would say that's the main idea behind the NFTs, and that's once you buy it, you have full rights to do whatever you want with that. It's obviously under our main collection of Cybernites, but individual NFTs are going to buy the owners that buy it. So yes, you'll have full rights to that, and you can do whatever you want to do with that. And then the other thing,
Important to mention that this not all NFT make the decision for good, and the apes did why they were successful. But many other NFT don't give you rights. Please make your research on each project.
Okay, yeah. So obviously, then there might be projects that have it differently, but with us, once you buy your NFT, you'll have full rights. We don't plan of restricting you to what you want to do with that NFT because I believe you have full rights to do whatever you want with that.
I'd say while we do encourage people to hold on to their NFTs because um, as we proceed to the minting and as people mint their NFTs, I feel like we do really have a plan with a lot of benefits afterwards, and we do want people to stick to their NFTs and hold them, not just do a quick flip. And that's the very important thing we discuss all the time, even in here or in the chats, that it will be really good to hold on to your NFT because we're also doing one of those big giveaways. I don't know if you heard, but we're giving away 3 Teslas, the actual cars. So you can only be participating in that if you hold your NFT. So if you sell it, well, it's your loss pretty much. So we're constantly working on explaining and developing, the further roadmap after the mint.
Yeah, so maybe I can also add something there. So I'm also telling my friends because, of course, they can see now, hey, Michael, he was doing some money with NFTs. But I can tell you, this wasn't an easy way to be there where we are today, also for Florian, right? Because when BYC was starting off with a price of 0.08 minting price, I was minting 2 in that night. And I can tell you, in the same night, you were able to get apes on the secondary market cheaper than minting them. And that was the point when I was telling my wife, hey, babe, I was just burning like $600. I was buying some stupid ape pictures, right? And guys, I can just tell you, if you believe in a project, then you just hold them, buy more if you want to make some money, if you want to flip something, of course. That's my strategy. But if I believe in a project and I see the roadmap, I see the team behind the founders, and I say, hey, they're making a good job, then I'll just wait. So also have a look. So this is in each and every project the same. So normally you can see a small dip in the project. The same was with BYC. So the next day after the minting phase took around 8 hours. They weren't sold out directly. Then after 8 hours, the flow went up to like 0.1, 0.2. And then even the next days, it went up to 0.6. And that was the point when I decided, hey, I need to buy more apes. This is insane. I mean, and then I was paying 0.6 Ethereum for 10 apes. and that was a lot of money because 0.6 ETH was like $2,500. And as always, I was buying at the top, and then the market crashed, and the apes went down again to 0.2, and I was like losing 70-80% of my whole money, and I was like, what the fuck? I want what is happening? What have I done? And then I was selling apes with a loss because I didn't believe in it anymore. And then it went some weeks later, it went up to like 0.71 ETH. And then I was selling the dopest apes with cheetah, with board pipes. I was selling them. I was selling them with a profit of like 0.2, 0.3. And I was really happy about that. But look now at the floor of BYC. Nearly a year later, we are at 78 Ethereum right now, right? And this is why I say, okay, if you believe in something, then just hodl it a little bit longer, take your decision up front. And if you just want to flip, yeah, then you can flip. But of course, if you really believe in it, then just hodl it. That's what I'm always suggesting, my friends.
Very well said, Michael. Yeah, I think personally, paper hands are going to be in every project, and that's why just after the drop, the price could be a bit volatile. It could go down, and it's very important what the team does for the project, and if they stick to the roadmap, and that's what we're planning to do, and we really want to deliver everything that we promised. No, that's the thing that how we can help floor price is to be delivering what we promised in our roadmap. So after the sale, we're going to be releasing more things about our game. We're going to be aiming to release it completely within the next like 2-3 months. We're going to be airdropping or creating a new project that people that minted our Cybernites will be able to get one of the new bots or NFT that we create for free. And also we have also one NFT is ticket for the Tesla. So whoever doesn't hold NFT at the time of the raffle, then they don't get a chance to win it. So that's one of the things, and we're also preparing some other strategies how we could support the overall project and floor price. So long-term investors get really benefit of holding the Cybernites and not just flipping them straight away.
But to answer to Elvers, to your questions, you're clearly asking from a perspective, of investor. So, but this is also a question. I mean, if you feel comfortable with being an investor, that's the perfect space. Also, if you are an artist, perfect space, because if you don't have a generative project of so many thousand pieces, it is harder to get a community, but still you can get support for that. When it comes to the strategy of an investor, it's a classical thing like in the fiat world. Don't invest money that you have to that you need somewhere else. Just if you put some money into ETH, that's what I do at least. I try to, if I make some wins, to get out the money that I put in, just to have the feeling that I'm free to do what I want. Don't get into debts because of this. Because you have to have a long breath, we say in Germany. You have to be able to wait for years. Some of the projects I got went down and almost are forgotten. And now they somewhat and somehow revived and are really successful. So take your time.
Yeah, no, guys, I'm so glad that you guys mentioned this during this podcast, because I think as a holder, hold your NFT is just so important, just to the project to be successful. I've seen that in just a lot of other projects, and I'm super glad that you guys just mentioned that, because us as a holder, we need to understand and stick with the roadmap and just hold, because we got to hold together in order to bring this project in order to be successful. And with that being said, this is my last question. Do we have any action plans about the royalties? Is there any specifics about how are we going to reinvest those royalties into the project so we can get value to the entire community?
Yeah, I think we previously mentioned the fact that if you hold your NFT, you will get the royalties. I think Chris has a very good way of explaining this, because we're constantly working on the fact that we want to bring royalties to its holders, in the long term. So as a passive income, which is really important. So, Chris, I believe you will be best to answer this question.
Yeah, thanks for the question. So we've just had a meeting today actually about that because we want to put it for the community as clearly and as easy as possible because we felt like many people didn't understand how it's going to work. So right now we're preparing exact details and we're going to post the announcements in the next few days so people can understand how exactly are these royalties going to work, because I feel like this point is people are always asking about that, and we said initially like, okay, people get 50% of their royalties, but I feel like it needs further explanation, and so if you stay tuned in our channel, we're going to provide more details about that in the next few days.
All right, thank you so much, guys, and keep doing this podcast. I think it's way better than just chatting in the general chat. So I highly encourage you guys to keep doing this podcast. It's just feel more personal. So thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
Thank you so much for joining and being part of our
Thank you so much.
community.
Yeah, I would like also add that we have a stated point in our roadmap about the community wallet. So after the mint, we will create a community wallet, and it will be used to develop, create, or design something that the Cybernites community decides upon collectively. Yeah. So we have like a 19% sell outer will deposit. For example, some ETH into the fund, and it will be available for the you guys. Yeah, of course, it will be full transparent, and this will be like, this is your money, guys, and this is your money. You are putting your money into our ideas and visions for the Cybernites.
So
yeah, that's a very good point.
If you're doing the project, I might offer also some free pizza if you like, because out of the pizza DAO, and our motto is pizza should be free. So maybe we can give you some free pizza as well.
I love the pizza, man. You are my boy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so the same way like we have polls in our channel right now, where we were voting about the influencers and where we were voting about some other things, we're going to, put there like open channel where people can submit suggestions where they want to invest this pool. And then if the community votes that they want to go for it, then the money will be invested there. So in this way, we as a project, as Cybernites, we want to help to make good in this world, and we will let our community to decide where it's gonna go.
Yeah, I feel like it's very important to have a long run. Because, look, to be honest, we've seen a lot of projects who have like a generic roadmap and they only, created these art pieces just to hop on a wagon and because they know, NFTs is a new thing and you can make money off of it. But they don't really think about what's going to happen after they mint them. And a lot of people, might lose their money because they try to flip it or they just sort of get rid of it right away, and the actual value of the project drops drastically down, which is bad. And that's why we're constantly working and researching how we can improve that and how we can stick to the long run roadmap, which is really important. So yeah, I feel like that answers the question that was there previously. I'm trying to add someone else on the stage as I see some hands up. I'm just adding a couple of users. Let's see if that works.
Yeah, I was just about to suggest that to bring some people up.
Yeah, I've invited a few people, but for some reason they're not coming to the stage, so I don't know.
Pimp Pila joined.
Yeah, there you
hi,
go.
Pimp.
How's it going, y'all?
Good. Do
Yeah,
you?
Okay, cool. I'm really excited about the project. Thank you for having me on stage. I liked a lot of points on how you said you guys wanted to teach us how to connect our meta wallet, give lessons about ledgers, and I think that would be really good for a lot of newbies like myself. It's like I haven't mentioned anything yet. That's why I've been looking a lot into this project. I saw something that really caught my attention was the passive income. Can you guys elaborate on that?
Yeah, thanks for asking the question. So this is pretty much the same thing that was the previous question, which is the realities. That's how we call it. And basically, what's the realities is that all further sales of the projects are, when you sell any NFT, there is certain percentage that goes to OpenSea. There is the rest of the percentage that's going back to the project, and we decided in the Cybernites that this percentage is going back to the project is going to be split between the first minters, and will provide more information about that in the next few days in the announcement, as I said in the previous question, because we're trying to put this as clear and easily, understandable for people as possible. So if you just stay tuned in our channel, we'll provide exact details in the next few days.
I think we're also
By the
going
way,
to implement that
when
in
is
our
the mint?
roadmap, just to make everything clear.
When is the mint?
So yeah, that's very important. Actually, we're gonna mention this every time we do a podcast session, so people are reminded of that. So the first mint, which is a whitelisted pre-sale, will be on 30th of January, and well, that will be obviously for whitelisted people, and then we're moving on to 2nd of February, which will be public pre-sale, and it will last 3 days, and after this, right, I believe there's a break between that, or sort of, yeah, there's so yeah, 3 days to mint that, and then there is a public sale, which is on the 7th of February, and that will be available to all the public. So I feel like, if you're really into this project, and obviously we're trying to make your experience as best as possible, then whitelist spot will be your best chance to mint one of the rarest ones of the Cybernites, and you'll have the low gas fees, which is also important because you'll just save up on that, and you can hold on to one of the rarest ones, which will be on the whitelist pre-sale. So yeah, I don't know if that makes it clear, but those are the dates.
So if you plan to buy in the project of yours, also to the people that are new, plan to have enough gas, enough ETH in your wallet to pay the gas as well. I mean, when so many people try to mint thing, this can happen that there will be gas wars if it's not enough whitelist and pre-sale, something like that. I mean, you seem to avoid that, which is really great. But in general, be prepared to burn gas, burn money to buy something. It can happen. Sometimes it happened to me that I have to pay the same amount of money for the gas price as for the mint itself.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
so this depends.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this depends on how much transaction are happening on the Ethereum blockchain. You can track that on the gas tracker, for example. But yeah, as Florian also said, I also recommend you guys, as soon as you make a MetaMask transaction, you will be asked, or you can set up in settings whether you want to pay high gas fees. That's what I always recommend, because you have to just pay slightly more in dollars gas fees, but the transaction goes through much faster. So that was my experience whilst minting the Adidas NFTs. So we had like 20,000 available, and I was one of the first people minting. Really one of the first. So they even didn't announce that the minting is open yet, and I was already I was already accepting the transaction, and I forgot to put the gas fees on high. And my neighbor sitting directly next to me was doing the same thing. After, I guess, 30 seconds, he had his NFTs, and my transaction went back and back and back, and I wasn't able to get it because the gas fees were pumping up so high. And then I needed to cancel my transaction and made a new one to get my NFTs.
I think even if you cancel, then you pay gas fees, right?
Yes, exactly. So I just lost like $150 in gas fees. So of course I was believing in that project, and I said, okay, no matter what, I'm going to do a new transaction. So I had to pay all in all, I guess $400 in gas fees to get 2 of those NFTs. But right now the floor is already at 0.9 ETH, means around $6,000. So I made my profit. But yeah, this is something you really have to be aware of, the gas fees.
Yeah, we've discussed this like earlier in the project as well, that we're trying to keep the gas wars as low as possible. Um, so that's why we have those limited spots, on the whitelist. But we're pretty positive that it's going to be lower than expected. But yeah, it's something to look out for. So thank you for specifying that.
Yeah.
Uh,
And that is why it's also very important for those people being in the server here. So I figured out that you set level 5 and being active, right? Get some whitelist spots. So the best thing is always to have a whitelist spot and to grab one, because then you can avoid those gas wars. Because then you can decide when to mint, and that's cool.
Yeah, I would like I would like to add that the market has changed, and it has changed in the way that there has been coming a new trends to the NFT space. So, for example, in last year, if you like didn't sell out in a few hours or something like that, the project was marked as a trash. So it was like predisposed. It was like heading to be judged as unsuccessful by the community. But now, for example, I have seen the project Metapreneurs, and they were minting 3 weeks. Yeah, I think 3 weeks, and their mint price was 0.15 ETH. They sold out, but they sold out after 3 weeks. So my point is just just to try to overcome these old trends, that if the project don't sell out in few hours, it's gonna be a trash. No, it's not gonna be a trash.
Actually,
I think
it's vice versa, really, because this fits so well. Right now, the projects sell out so fast, mostly have bots behind them. So big collectors or whales are programming bots to snatch the stuff, and the stuff gets sold out. But then the prices drop for a long time. So at the moment, I would rather look for projects that don't sell out that fast.
Because it's more consistent in that way. You keep getting the sales, and it stabilizes the whole project overall in value. So it's a good point, Florian, you're making. Because a lot of big people are trying to implement the bots, and they'll just sell it quickly just so they can profit right away on that. But the overall project will drop in value, which is.
And also, sorry for interrupting again and again, because I cannot. My internet a bit on this.
Yeah, no worries. All right, Pim Pillai, did we sort of answer your question? Because I know your original question was about royalties, but we're also going to announce that in the chats and in the roadmap, just to specify everything.
You answered a lot of my question and even more into depth about it, so I appreciate that. I don't know what else to even speak on anymore, because you guys covered a lot of the questions I was going to ask. So, yeah.
Okay, awesome. We're happy we did that. All right, thank you for joining our stage. We'll give voice to another person that raised a hand. It's Lollyking 148. Hi.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on stage. This community is awesome. I've been following for a little bit now, and I'm definitely just crazy, and I love it. But I had a question. It's more of just what you guys think. So the coins that we currently know, like Ethereum, do they have sort of much of a future, or will they all be replaced by others? And what should we be looking out for?
I feel like, from at least in my opinion and what I've researched, the coins like Ethereum, they're here to stick around. Obviously, the value changes a little bit. They're called adjustments. But these are the original, founding fathers of the crypto, as well as obviously Bitcoin, which everybody knows by now. But I feel like they're here to stick around. Maybe in the future. I mean, obviously you have Solana as well, but maybe in the future with the NFTs and everything, who knows? Someone might develop something where you can only use in the metaverse or for NFTs. That might happen, but I feel like this is as far as Ethereum, it's pretty stable. So I don't feel like it could be replaced like anytime soon. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this?
I would second that. And also, if people have a big issue within my community, which is the finite, they have a big issue with the ecological impact of the NFTs and everything else. So Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, which means that they basically work by calculating stuff. Sorry for this. It's a different system as proof of stake, for example, and there already exist interesting blockchains like Tezos. There's a vital artist community and buying and selling community, but this is a whole different story there because it's not on the Ethereum blockchain. So if you want to have an ape or your project, it's on Ethereum, right? And so you have to stick with that. You can do one thing at least. That's what I did for myself to at least greenwash my wallet. You can go to carbon.fyi and paste in your wallet address, and you see exactly the amount of carbon footprint you have, and you can set it off directly. So for everybody who's into that, I mean, the technology is going to be better, they promise, in the future, but for everybody who is concerned about environmental issues, which is a thing, I think, head out to carbon.fyi.
I mean, look, if you look at the way we spend money, and obviously the currency changes. For example, here in the UK, you have plastic money. You no longer have paper. To obviously differ the impact, but also the plastic isn't the best or environmentally friendly. So I just feel like being in the um, internet world, it has a lot less impact on the environment than what you have in the outside world till this day. So it's a really good point.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think it's sticking around, and especially more of the updates that are coming. I think I heard someone say that they're going to be fixing the gas.
Exactly. So Vitaly Buterin, there was an announcement, I guess, yesterday that he's also working on solutions to have less gas in future. So they're improving it all the time. And coming back to your questions, I would say, so if you would ask Michael Saylor, he would say Bitcoin is property and Ethereum is something like silver. So I also believe in that. And of course, everyone has its own opinion on that tokens. And my portfolio looks like that I have Bitcoin, of course, that I have Ethereum. And these are my main tokens. And then, of course, I invest in other projects like Solana, like Cardano. And I also had some shit coins for short and fast gains, right? But I really just believe in those ones who were stable the last years. Of course, Ethereum and Bitcoin, you don't have that fast gains. But looking back to 2016, for example, so we were coming from a Bitcoin price of $2,000, and now we already saw like 70K. So that's incredible already. Of course, now we are on a sideway going down a little bit, down to, I guess, 40K. But yeah, I was also buying me back into Bitcoin. I have my save plans each and every month. So I'm saving some money on that tokens, and I just don't touch them. And then let's see. So that's my opinion on that.
I guess it's just really important to have a proper strategy in place, as well as savings and everything else. It's really important. You cannot be hot-handed like going into that right away, because there are a lot of factors that you need to consider before even trading with crypto. to say, you know. So with the NFTs being here, in our project, we're trying to give as much as information as we can, and so you know, to secure people's knowledge and to let people know that everything um, has to be, you know, planned out first, and so they can feel safer while minting and trading and stuff like that. So Lolly King, I don't
Yeah,
know if that answered
definitely.
your question, but yeah.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
All right, perfect.
I had another quick question, if that's okay.
Yeah, going.
Are you guys going to be working on another project after this, or are you guys thinking of another project?
We are. So, for instance, you see, we have Michael and Florian today here with us. This is one of those things, you know, we came across each other, and we're planning to do a collab in the future because they also have a project um, with, you know, the watches and everything. And we were thinking of ways how to expand the Cybernites into a better sphere, as well as planning, you know, another project that might be related to Cybernites, you know. So we're just trying to figure out ways how to best preserve the original idea. As previously I said, you know, someone who in the real world, you know, someone who's coming up with a project, let's say a patent for anything really, like a device or anything. Their original idea is so good that it might need, you know, some adjustments to be perfect, but it goes through so many firms who need to like market it differently, and then they change the original idea and so on, that eventually it doesn't really become the original idea that the person came up with. um and with the NFTs here, we've came up with this, you know, Cybernights idea, and there's only a handful of people who work on that, and that way it preserves the original design and everything we wanted to accomplish. So yeah, we're trying to find new ways. I don't know, Chris, if you want to add something.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't think we are going to be creating something different to Cybernights. We are going to enhance the Cybernights and create, like, you know, we already kind of started working on this, like cyberbots, which, you know, like in Netherlands, Cybernights live there, and they will need, you know, someone to help them. So this is going to be something like a new project that's going to be airdrop to our holders of the Cybernights. So that's one of the things that you asked earlier, guys. How are we going to support the floor price? So this is one of the ways. We're going to launch another project which is related to Cybernights, and our holders of Cybernights are going to be rewarded for, you know, holding and sticking to the project for a long term. So yeah, definitely going to be working on that. Sorry guys if you hear noise in my background. You know, I just stopped somewhere to, you know, to join here, and hopefully you can hear me well.
I think you're we can hear it properly. So there's just a little bit background noise, but obviously we're all in different environments and trying to work, you know. So I don't think that's a problem. I also wanted to mention something. That was with the, you know, keeping the original idea, but also think about the fact that we have a metaverse here, right? So we're trying to make the Cyberknights do something in the metaverse, and, you know, create something where you can interact with them. So that's also another big thing, and that will take a lot of work for it to be properly functioning, you know, in a metaverse space. So yeah.
That's really cool.
All right,
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks for the question.
Yeah, thank you so much for
CNK.
joining here.
And I think, Dave, we can totally wrap it up.
I have
Usually around 1 hour.
Yeah, I have few more people here who raise their hands, so I'm just trying to add them one by one, but I'm not sure if it works. Because I'm adding some people in there, not coming to the stage for some reason, so I'm not sure.
So maybe next time for your podcast. So that's what we're also doing in the Discord sessions. So that you may have also a chat just for the podcast session. Oh yeah, I see you have the questions there, right? So people can also write their questions there.
All right, we have
can just answer them.
Yeah, we have Cybernight Seb here, and okay, so there are some people joining. It just takes time, for people to join for some reason. So yeah, Cybernites app, hi, welcome to the stage. I don't know if you can hear us or can we hear you?
You guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I think.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. First of all, I wanted to thank you guys for the hard work. I know a lot goes into it. I know it's really hard to put up this project, especially one that has such quality as this one. My question is regarding the project itself, the whitelist. I would like to know if there's a way to check how many people are whitelisted, how many spots are left, or if that's up in the air. And my second question, if I may right away, is I wanted to know if I know there's a whitelist sale and there's a public pre-sale. I wanted to know what the windows are for that and what does public pre-sale exactly mean. I know there's a whitelist and a public pre-sale, so a little bit of how that works.
Yeah, so the main difference we always said between whitelisted pre-sale and the public pre-sale is the fact that we're trying to keep the gas words low for the whitelisted members, so they have the benefit of minting in their own pleasure, in their own time. But also there's with the whitelisted members, you have opportunity to mint one of the rarest Cybernites, which is also something that adds value to your NFT. And I think Chris has I think a lot more to say about that because we've originally came up with this idea, and that was the original thing in a roadmap.
Yeah. So basically, we have free drops. So we have whitelisted drop, which is going to be privately for anyone who is whitelisted. And the biggest advantage right now for everyone who is whitelisted is that you have a special offer, which is not going to be offered after the whitelist. Where if you buy 2 Cybernites, you get free, and if you buy 4 Cybernites, you get 6 in total. So that's the biggest advantage of being whitelisted, as well as things that they've said that you will have more time to mint. So whitelisted sale is going to last between the 30th of January and the 2nd of February. So we'll have 3 days for that. And then the public pre-sale is going to last for another 3 days from 2nd of February until the 5th. Then there is going to be a short break. And on 7th, we are launching our public sale. So these are the dates. And for the whitelist, how many spots are filled out? We don't reveal exactly the amount of members we have there. But I can tell you, initially we were planning to be around 1,000. That was filled out. Then we added another 500. We added another 500, and we are somewhere around 2K. But we are not revealing exact number. But right now we are somewhere there.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much for coming to the stage. Thanks. All right, we have another person that was here. It's Cheat Code Low.
Can you hear me?
Welcome. Yeah, we can hear you pretty well.
All right. So apologies if this was answered before, but I just stumbled upon you guys in the project from NFT Evening, just because I was looking for some upcoming projects to invest in, and depending on their mission, if I was going to hang in the long run, this actually intrigued me. So I clicked in and I went on to Twitter because that's my process of determining who's pretty much going to be a promising project. They're following their ecosystem, who actually, is interacting. And I seen you guys had a live podcast, which I felt like was amazing. That you guys are actually out here and talking to the community and answering questions just like this. So I appreciate you for that. But I do get excited, and I overlooked the fact that it was 0.1 ETH. Now, granted, it is still some time to gather that up. However, the whitelist, in the public sales, sometimes they do differ in pricing. And like I said, so excuse me for if this was answered before, but will there be a difference in pricing for the whitelisting in the public sale, or is it just going to be 0.1 across the board?
Yeah, of course. Thanks for the question.
Awesome.
So we're trying to keep the price the same, or it's going to be the same for whitelisted sale, public pre-sale, and public sale. The main difference is that if you are minting, price that you pay for free NFTs will work out cheaper than 0.1 ETH. I think it's going to be like 0.1 0.7 or 0.66 if you buy 3. If you buy 6, it should be the same. So that's the offer we're offering for our early supporters and whitelisted members. But the price will stay the same for all the
one more
sales.
time, please.
Yeah. So for the
multiples.
Can you hear me now? Is it okay?
Yeah, I got you.
Sorry. Yeah, I think my internet is not very good. So for the whitelisted sale, you have advantage that if you buy 2, you get 3. So the overall price per NFT works out cheaper for you. But the price will be 0.1 for whitelisted sales, for public pre-sale and public sale. The main advantage you have when you are whitelisted that, if you buy 2 of them, you get 3. So it works out better for you.
Okay.
Could you hear me well?
Great. That's actually great. No, because that's amazing. That's why I wanted to make sure I had it right because, bang for your buck, a more value type of buy.
Yeah, so, with that being said, we didn't want to decrease the price of the NFT itself because we felt like it's going to sort of devalue the NFT and overall project. So we wanted to, come up with a way how we can give a benefit to whitelisted members so that they can mint for something like, being offered for. So, that's why we came up with the free NFTs when you mint. So, if you mint 4, then you'll get 6. And that way you get your value for the money.
For sure. That's all for me, brothers. So thank you.
Thank you so much for joining. Thanks.
All right.
All right, great. We have a few more people here, and then we're just going to finish off as we're stretching up this podcast today. But that's good. We love to hear different questions, and we love to be challenged on the...
I'll go next. First, I just want to say thank you for having me here.
Thank you.
I like to say that I am a newcomer. I've been researching and studying up on NFTs for the last few months, and I believe I'm ready to actually invest into my first one heavily for long term. And this is the first actual project I've seen that's legit and actually have a plan for the long term run, other than the usual Bored Apes and Mutants and all that. But I wanted to ask, when would I be, or how could I get access to view the smart contract?
We will release it a little bit before the actual whitelisted sale. And the reason is that we have a lot of collections and people faking our collections and trying to scam people. And we don't want to release it just so, no one could kind of copy it and fake it and do something bad with it. So it's going to really be released probably, 1 to 3 days before the whitelisted sale, and we're going to make it public so you can check it and you can read it all.
And also very important, as Chris said, there we came across a lot of fake profiles like on OpenSea and stuff, which it's not obviously legit. They only screenshot our few designs and they do not have the actual contract, but they're trying to sell the screenshots, which I don't think it even works. But be careful about that because there are a lot of scams. So everything that would be legit will be obviously posted here in our community, and we'll try to keep it as safe as possible.
Yeah, if I can add there, any collections that you see on OpenSea right now are fake, and they're just trying to, scam people. So be careful. Just follow the links that we post in our official community, and we are always going to announce everything officially, so you can just check, everything, our transparency, and make sure that your money that you invest in this project are invested well, and that you don't fall for some scams or something like that.
My next question is there a limited number of whitelist spots?
Yeah, there is actually a limited number of whitelist spots. That's we said that at the beginning, but I'm not sure if you heard. So we do have a limited number now, and it's filling up quickly because obviously there's only the certain amount of people that we can add to the whitelist so they can enjoy the benefits of being here early and supporting us and stuff like that. So there is, but you still have time to join if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, we mentioned it this at the start that we wanted to limit it at the start at 1,000. It filled out really quickly, so we added another 500 and another 500. And right now we are at the point where we can't really keep adding people because we want to make sure that everyone that's whitelisted can get a chance to buy. So what we can do, because everyone that's whitelisted has to submit their wallet in a whitelisted wallet. So if you guys are whitelisted, make sure to add your wallets there, because we are going to be adding it to the contract. So on the day of the mint, you can access all the features they will have for you. And just before the end, or just before the whitelisted sale, we're probably going to remove everyone who didn't submit their wallets there, because if you don't have your wallet there, it will be difficult to provide those advantages for you. So just make sure you submit your wallets there, because you might not get all the advantage.
Will convert into the meta world, correct?
Right. So yeah, that's the original plan, because obviously as the metaverse expands, we're going to implement them in the metaverse.
Okay, so once they are implemented within the metaverse, I believe you asked for ideas of what they should be used for within the metaverse.
Yeah, that's right.
I just wanted to. Okay, so that'd be coming a little further before the release, right? Like information like that.
Yeah, sure. Or if if any of you here in audience, have any ideas what we could do, obviously feel free to give us the ideas, and we'll try it, because obviously we're trying to listen to our community as well, and the way we're trying to make everyone happy about what they'll be able to do with their Cybernites. So yeah, if it's obviously going to be revealed in a later stage, but we're working on that as well.
All right then. Well, that answers it. Last thing I'll say now is, I'm gonna start investing a lot more time into this community, because I see the potential it has, and it's legit. So, be expecting to see the Stockman Goofer to the community more.
I'm not sure if you've seen, or if you know Ben Baller. He dropped a project which was called block, like a blockchain, because he's a jeweler. He makes jewelry, and he dropped a NFT where you'll be able to like a NFT jewelry. But I was part of his community for a while, and I wanted to see what he has as in the long run in the roadmap. So he solely used his project to be sold on the fact that he's famous, and that was pretty much it. So yeah, we're trying to do as much as we can for the community, because as we grow, we're trying to make it stable, and to bring the value into the project as well.
Well, that's all I have. I wish the best of you a good rest of your day.
All right, thank you so much for being a part of the community here. All right, I think we have one more person. I know there's a lot more people coming in, but let's see how the time goes. All right, Max, are you able to hear us?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. So first of all, I'd like to thank you guys that being such kind of amazing project, and I appreciate your effort to gather the people here. And I would like to thank from my side, friends' side, thank you, and good luck.
All right, thank you so much. What is your question?
I don't have a question.
Oh, okay, I see.
Really
all right, awesome. Yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate you for joining. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Chris. Should we finish off, or do we have to? Actually, one sec.
Yeah, I see.
The audience is growing throughout this podcast, which is really amazing. So I just feel like it's really good to hold it a little bit further. I do have 4 more hands. So I'm going to try to add someone who previously wanted to ask something.
Unfortunately, I need to go because I have a meeting at home. But it was really a pleasure. My feeling is you guys are doing a great job here. So I will definitely spread the word.
Yeah, all right. Thank you,
very much
Florian,
for
for being
joining,
part,
Florian.
and have a great rest of your day.
Have a good day.
Same
Thank
to
you. Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Joy. Is it Joy I Cybernites? Can you hear us? All right, he dropped out. Okay, I'm going to try adding a few more people. If that doesn't work, we're just gonna finish off here. Chris, do we have any sort of giveaway? I believe whoever joined the stage and whoever's here will be.
Yeah, everyone who join the stage will get a whitelist, so you can check on your profile after the podcast. One more thing I want to add: we created another event, podcast number 9, for the next week, as we do this weekly. So you guys can click that you are interested, so you'll get notification once it's on. We can basically at the end we are going to give away 3 Cybernites t-shirts to 3 of you guys, and that's it, I believe.
Yeah, maybe I can also add something to Chris. So as you may know and heard, so we're starting the collaboration between our project, and we're going to announce that tonight. And we invited also Chris to speak about our collaboration in a Twitter space. And this is what we will also announce, I guess, tonight. And the Twitter space will happening on the 13th of January. So I guess it's Thursday.
All right. That's awesome. So stick around for that. This will definitely be important as we're doing a collab together. So, guys, everybody who's here, stick around for that. We have 2 more users here. It's Genie Shazam. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me. I was really, looking forward to this podcast, but this is just a side hustle for me. I started, with the NFT and all that. Like, I'm kind of new in this thing, but I really didn't want to miss out, so I'm sorry. I think you guys accepted me before. I couldn't talk, and now I just wanted to start off by saying that you guys have a really good project. I've been sticking around the community for the past 3-4 days. It's, how you already said, it's already growing, and the people that you've invited to this podcast. So this all just proves how good you guys have been with the project, how much you're investing your time and resources too, probably. I heard someone talk about NFTs, how he recommended, I'm really sorry, I forgot who it was, to hold on to them. Was that person referring to the NFTs on Cybernites, or was he maybe talking about some different NFTs from a different project? That's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah, well,
it was me talking about
yeah.
I could just add something. So I was talking in general, because if you go back the last 8-9 months, then you can always see that projects are dropping directly after the minting, but then people buy themselves back. And even if I would have sold all my apes at the beginning, could drop badly at the beginning, then I wouldn't be there where I am today. And this is why I said, it's pretty important if you decide that you like a project and that you like the founder team, that you then just be patient, right?
Yeah.
I was also going to say, Michael, like with the apes, I feel like they had a really great roadmap, but there are not a few projects, but a lot of projects really, where you have to look at what they have planned out, because sometimes they might not even have a great roadmap and plan ahead of them, and if the project value drops, then obviously it might not even go up again. So with our project being said, we do recommend and we do encourage each holder to hold on to their NFT.
Yeah, it's even more important. So here at Cybernites, you have contact to the founder team. So regarding the apes, nine months, if we go 9 months back. So we didn't had any contacts to the founders, and still the founders are anonymous, right? And we didn't know whether they delivered their roadmap. They had a nice roadmap, but they were talking about making 3D apes. They were talking about breeding. So breeding was something like getting airdrops, dogs. But we didn't know, do they really deliver? And especially in times like now, it's so important that you get to know the founder teams, that you are able to talk to them, that you get your answers, your questions answered. And this would be an aspect for me, whether to invest in a project right now or not. I would never again invest in a project where I don't know nothing about the founder team. So that was a high risk investment with the apes. It was a pretty good thing afterwards, but right today, because we have like 1,000 projects launching each and every month,
Exactly.
even more, it's more important to know what this is all about, to know about the roadmap, and to be able to talk to the founders.
Yeah, as you say, with the apes being an early project, obviously a lot of early projects blew up, but it wasn't really about the community and stuff like that. I mean, it was, but at the same time, you don't know who the creators are. But with those times now, like being present, there's a lot of projects out there. So it is really important to stick around and to be in touch with the creators.
Right. Right. Well, yeah, my friend of mine, he's kind of like a big time player in NFTs. He was around, when cryptos also exploded, and he was telling me that the most important thing, if you're gonna, do research on all of these NFT projects, there's like thousands of them, right? So you can't just like handpick every single one and just look through graphs and stuff like that. He was like, no, the cool part about NFTs and the projects and being, a part of the community before it goes, before the public sale, that, make sure the community is good, right? Like that's what you have to focus on, the community, because apart from the people that create the project, the community, they really, start making the big impact after the sales.
Of course, yeah.
Kind of like, don't panic, sell guys, this is happening, that's happening, the project is promising this, there's progress, come on, let's do this. So there's that unity, and none of that can be like seen or even, accepted as a scam, because a lot of people, if you tell them about these things, they go like, what is that? Like, how do you even know if it's going to go up or down? Like, it's so volatile. How can you even invest? But, spending time in this community, especially, you start understanding that it's the owners, it's the community, and the strength and the unity. So
exactly, that's right. Yeah,
that really helped me. And what you guys said, like, just really, really made everything so clear now, because you guys are, so experienced in this. Because obviously, you guys have a much better understanding than most of the people, because you're the creators and the pretty much the what's it called, the captains of the boat, I guess you can say. So I'm really sorry for breaking you up. My question was that at the beginning, what's the hardest part was that how you guys already mentioned scammers. I remember creating a ticket on the support and like someone just DM'd me. It was called support service, right? And they were part of the server, Cybernites server. So I was a bit confused. I was like, is this really bot? Is this a mod? What is it? And then I actually managed to DM one of the mods, Emre Yildiz, I think. So he helped me out a lot. He said, no, that's a bot. Never listen to them. We never DM. So, what can you do to protect yourself from all of these scammers? Because they're in your servers, and some of the new people, all they do is they see the mutual server. So they tend to think that, it's one of the admins or one of the employees of this server, and they just, go on with giving them all the information. So how can we protect ourselves from like all of these scammers?
It's good, great question. One of the main things you can do to make sure you're protected is to turn off DMs from our server. So you'll be receiving only announcements from us, and no one can message you from from our community. They have to add you as friend. We are saying this in announcements all the time because it happens all the time. You know, we have big audience there. We have a lot of people, and there are some that are trying to take advantage of others. So if you turn off your DMs, no one can pretty much message you from our server. Just check for official links that we post, official announcements, and that's the main thing, how to stay secure. Pretty much.
We also have a team, working on securing. Every time someone comes to the server, I mean, it's really hard if you have thousands of people, but we have a team of people working on verifying those members and seeing whether they can they qualify, to be in the community as well. A bit hard sometimes, too.
But that's also important. That's also important. How you guys are actually handpicked, like not handpicked. You guys actually take a look at the profiles that have joined.
So yeah, we do have.
Yeah,
we do have bots as well. Who are do the basic checks, so we don't have any people with viruses coming here, or doing any damage to the server. But at the same time, we do also have real people, working on that. So trying to verify the person, see who they are. And then obviously if they're bots or anything, they'll be kicked out of the server. And yeah, so
what I wanted to last time, these bots, I believe, will message you as soon as we find out there is someone like that. We ban him, so he will never be able to come to our server again. And every time you see something like that, just either submit the ticket or send it in our support, and then our moderators and admins will take care of it straight away. So guys, if you see anyone spamming in our community, just let us know so we can take care of it.
All right. Well, at that time, I wasn't sure how to find the admins, so I saw that guy, Emre Yildiz, and I clicked on him, and he had a lot of badges, how he was an employee of the server and everything. So I messaged him, and then he told me, give me the name, I'm going to ban him right away. And then he told me, just be careful. Yeah. And if anything happens, if you need anything, just message me, right? You can kind of trust me because, I work here. And so he helped me out a lot at the beginning. And then later on, I understood how there are people, you just have to look at their badges. They usually have admin, or they have even more the status usually helps. Because some people, they're not, what's it called? Once you make a ticket, how you have to wait. They think that they forgot about them. So they start actually DMing people, the active ones, and asking them questions. Hey, since you're an active user, can you help me out with this or that? But that's also pretty dangerous because, like you said, we don't know who the true scammers are. If they're just active in groups, because I already had one guy ask me if I wanted to buy an NFT. So just send money, I don't know, give you the, what's it called, the hashtags, and then you can have it. So there's a lot of people, even in the communities, that I'm not sure if they're scammers or not, but they ask you all these questions that you can be exposed to if you're not, very, what's it called, experienced in these things.
Yeah, so we will try to keep mentioning that in each podcast and in the chats with the community, that it's very important to stay safe and look out for any potential scammers. And as you said, it's very easy to tap on the profile and see whether you have badges or not, and you'll be able to tell if we're actually a part of the team or not. So yeah. Did that answer all your questions that you had for today?
Yes, guys. Thank you so much for everything. It was very helpful. Everything's clear now. I got all the answers to my questions.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for joining and being here. All right, awesome. We have one more person, and then we're gonna finish off. So it's a King Verse. I know you've been waiting here on the stage.
Yeah, no worries. So just want to say hello, and I've got a couple of questions I want to ask. First one is regarding the supply. I know in the FAQ I read that it's 11,111. So how did the team come up with that supply? And one of the other things I've noticed recently in a lot of the projects is they're going for low supply, so around 4,000, 5,000, to increase the value of the collection, as well as try to sell it out as fast as possible. The sales out, the more hype the project produces, and the higher the value of the overall collection. So, would the team consider reducing the supply in order to increase in order to make the collection more valuable and to sell out faster, and also the team's thoughts regarding the supply?
Yeah, so I'm not
Thanks
sure.
for
I'm not sure if you stuck around, like somewhere in the beginning of this podcast, but we've discussed this fact where people, sell out quickly in the projects, and those are the big investors who got their bots ready on the mint, and they'll just sell out quickly, and obviously that gives much less chance for actual members to mint, and they'll flip it right away, which means if they sell it quickly, and if they're gonna flip, the project, in the NFTs, the value will decrease. So in our case, we're trying to create the long run on the project, and we're trying to keep and hold the value throughout the holding and everything. So we encourage everybody, to keep holding, and we'll try to make the sellout as consistent as possible. So yeah.
if I can add there, how we came up with this number. So basically, we are developing a game, as we said earlier, and there is a reason for this number, which is going to be useful in this game. And as David said, we are not looking at the date of the sale as our finish line, because it's just start of this project. And we know, even if the project doesn't sell in a few minutes, we are going to be providing support, and we are going to be delivering what was promised. And we know that in long term, the project is going to sell out and is going to be doing really well. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to add it there.
Okay, thanks for that. Yeah, that clarifies that. The other question I had is, it was mentioned that the whitelist people will get an extra NFT. So if you buy two, you get one for free. Is that when is that airdropped? Is that during the actual minting process? And does that count towards the supply in reducing supply? For example, if you mint two, does that reduce the overall supply by 2 or by 3 because you're getting extra NFT?
Yeah, the extra NFT is counting as a supply as well. So basically, you mint two, you get free, and all three are 100% the same. Like, not the same, but all of them are from our collection, and they are reducing supply, and all of them are a ticket for the Tesla as well. So that's how it.
And would that be, is that airdropped straight away, or do you have to wait?
So we are putting in the contract, basically we are coding it there, that whoever mints 2 gets 3 to their wallet, and whoever mints 4 gets 6. And basically what OpenSea does, they read our contract and they deliver the amount of NFTs that are written in our contract. So it's going to be, you should receive 3, let's say if you buy 2, you should receive 3 at the same time, and then they will be revealed at the same time when we announce that the reveal happens.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that answers all my questions. So thanks a lot, guys.
All right, thank you so much for joining. All right, perfect. We're gonna finish off here. Obviously, we've stretched out this session, but we have some pretty good attendance in the audience, which is really great, and we just want to say thank you, for sticking around, and for joining and asking questions and everything. So yeah, Chris, one more question. Do we have any sort of giveaway for today, or are we giving the whitelist pods to everybody, and that we'll do
So
for
we
today?
are giving away. We are giving away whitelist spots to everyone who joined. Guys, if you check your profiles here, you should see a whitelisted role. If you don't have it yet, just open a ticket and it will be allocated for you. And also, we are doing a giveaway, or we are giving away free T-shirts to people that helped and contributed to our community the most. So I think we can. I don't know what's the easiest, Dave. Maybe we can choose first 3 people, or we can choose randomly from the people that join our stage. What do you think?
Is Bart here? I believe he should have like a list of people who joined. Let me just add him because for some reason he dropped out. All right, let's give it 1 second. All right, Bart, can you hear us?
Yes, hi, sorry, I was finding unmute button. Yeah, we have the list of joined people to the stage. So should I read them or?
Yeah,
I think you can choose. I don't know if it's going to be fair if we choose first three, or if you want to choose three randomly from people that came to stage.
Okay, so we have the Kingwares. Then we have Shita Codello. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but. And the last one, you want to three of them?
Yeah, so three names.
Okay, then we have Max _ you.
Okay, awesome. So those are the three people. I hope they're still here. Congratulations. You'll be winning the t-shirts, and I'll be shipping them out very soon. So, if you guys could, please, I will probably DM you, or we'll figure out a way to get your addresses so that we can ship the t-shirts to you guys.
I think they can DM you directly, right, Dave? If they see you here.
I think they
with the
can.
address.
Yes, I'm available
And
on the
then-
chats. So.
Yeah. Sorry to step in. I will write the message into the questions and mark the people.
Okay.
And
Yeah, that'll be very helpful.
Okay.
Also, I want to say on the next session we'll be giving away a few NFT Cybernites, for people who join and interact with us. So yeah, just stick around for the next podcast, on which will be the number 9, right?
It's already created in our events, so guys, you can just click you're interested, and we'll see you there next week.
All right, awesome. That does it for today's podcast. So thank you so much for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys. Have a nice
Bye.
day.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Thanks.
Have a nice day. Bye.